think XRP is well positioned. Looks like, there's, again, a lot of people coming out saying that they have some type of bill that they're going to put forward. I'm 95% sure that it will not pass. That doesn't mean it doesn't get past the markup tomorrow. They could vote it and it could get past the markup. They still have to vote on it in both the Senate and the House, and then it would have to go to President Trump to sign into law. With everything else that's going on this year in midterms, highly unlikely that we will see the Clarity Act passed at this point here in 2026. So I think, 2027, I'm bullish on that, but here for the rest of 2026, 95% that we don't see it happen. So there's a lot of people that are enthusiastic about it, and I love that. We do need regulation for the space, but I think, oversight from the OC and guidance from the CFTC and the SEC, I think that's enough to be able to get things across the line and get things moving for tokenization of the stock market and all the other stuff that you guys are wanting and waiting for. One other indicator that I'm still hanging out watching is oil. We saw oil climb and then come back down for crude and Brent here domestically in the US. I'm still hanging out about 16,000 yen per barrel. It's pretty substantial. It's like the highest cost of energy that they've ever had there in Japan for the past couple decades, at least on the full scale that I can see. So, not good. They are definitely experiencing inflation in their economy. You're going to have to be able to combat that either by selling off treasuries or doing something else to prop up the yen or increase its value against the dollar, or raise interest rates, which they do not want to do because it will unwind the reverse carry trade. And again, like I've said before, I'm pretty confident that they're waiting on the OCC to come out with their guidance around stablecoins. Could this be that scenario that I kind of thought was going to play out before, where they were backed into a corner and they push it without, because they have to, problem, reaction, solution? It's possible. They've got the comments back. Like, the OC could probably act quickly if they needed to be able to push that through and allow the banks to be able to issue stablecoins. I don't think the banks are going to give up the yield. I get why people are frustrated by that. You're not going to be holding stablecoins for the majority of your wealth anyway. I think you're going to be dealing with tokenized deposits. The stablecoin yield is to drive demand for banks for them to want to hold U.S. treasuries so that we can stabilize the bond market when all these treasuries come flooding back to the U.S. We need that. We need to incentivize them to do that. Otherwise, we are in a bad spot, like I've said before. So that's where things are.